The climate crisis is urgent, and no country can solve the climate crisis alone. Bold action to tackle climate change is more necessary than ever. The record-breaking heat, floods, storms, drought, and wildfires devastating communities around the world underscore the grave risks we already face. All countries are vulnerable to the effects of climate change. Diplomacy, innovation, and support are vital to meeting the climate challenge. It will take cooperation and collaboration across the globe and across disciplines. The climate challenge requires mobilizing a whole-of-society approach that enlists states, cities, businesses large and small, civil society groups, young leaders, and others to create a clean energy economy that benefits all. This course is The Climate Crisis, addressing 5 key areas for change. In this course, we will focus on understanding 5 key areas of the climate crisis with suggestions for achievable solutions, equitable goals, and entrepreneurial opportunities to immediately meet the challenge. Global forests benefit global populations by providing a source of food and medicine, regulating local temperature, and reducing vulnerability to extreme weather. Forests also regulate local air and water and affect climate in remote regions. Implementing nature-based solutions is a critical part of reaching net zero emissions and enhancing community resilience. Forest looks at the role of deforestation and ecosystem loss and its relation to climate change, and why we need a global effort to conserve and restore forests and other ecosystems. The Paris Agreement on Climate Change establishes a goal of limiting global temperature rise to well below 2 degrees Celsius and pursuing efforts to limit the temperature rise to no more than 1.5 degrees Celsius. Limiting change to no more than 1.5 degrees Celsius is critical to attaining the Sustainable Development Goals. It would lower the risk for heat-related morbidity and mortality, lower the risk from vector-borne diseases, and reduce the number of people exposed to climate-related risks and susceptible to poverty. In emissions, we look at one example of efforts to transition to clean energy while also reducing outputs of greenhouse gases. The climate crisis is adversely affecting the ability of people and nations to access the water they need to be healthy, prosperous, and resilient. Recurrent drought and flooding disasters, scarcity of water for industry and agriculture, and pollution are just a few ways that climate and human behavior are taking a toll on our water resources. In water, we look at water-related risks worsened by climate change, population, and urbanization, and a series of possible solutions to meet these challenges. The creation of climate-smart food systems that promote sustainable productivity improvements, resilient crop and livestock production, enhanced digital tools, and inclusive, equitable, and sustainable food systems are key to alleviating the climate crisis. Food will review how climate change is affecting agriculture and food security and look at innovative solutions being implemented in local communities. Human influence on the climate system is clear. Meeting the climate challenge requires reducing emissions and supporting efforts to adapt and innovate to limit warming and harmful human behavior. People explores opportunities for entrepreneurs to innovate in a circular economy, both locally and globally. For more on this course and to access related resources, visit our website.